Alright, hey guys, here's another video of my 50cc 2018 TaoTao scooter. It's a TaoTao ATM50. I got it actually on Amazon, shipped to my door in a crate. And I thought my first video was troubleshooting it, but this will actually be like a walk around of it. There's plenty of videos of these, so I'm not going to go too in depth, just kind of walk around a little bit. The front is hydraulic disc brakes, works pretty decent. This is fully registered and street legal. You don't even have to have a motorcycle license to ride one of these on the street, and that's specifically why I got it, because I don't have a motorcycle license and I live on a military base, on base, so this is saving me gas money. But let's see here. I took the 50 emblem off. I actually have that on my, oop, that was my finger, workbench right there. Just because, I don't know. Like I said, the sun's kind of messing with the thing there. Registered. It comes with this little, you could call it a trunk, little cargo thing. I'm trying to get the key out to open it and show. Turn that. Basically, when I go to work or whatever, I'll just like put my lunchbox in there. Works pretty good. Just have some tools in there and insurance and registration papers, just so they don't get wet. Those are just reflectors, not actual lights. So the other side here. And on the side here, the seat lifts up. Let's turn that. Seat lifts up so you can put more stuff in there. My full-size helmet does not fit in there. I already tested it out. But I mean, you can fit other random things in there you need to haul around. The cover there, just that one Phillips head screw, and you can get to the carburetor to, you know, adjust the mixture or change the spark plug or whatever. But I find it easier, instead of opening that up, just those two screws there. There's a Phillips head screw here, and two more guys right here. I think those are either 8 or 10 millimeter screws. Take that out, the whole seat will lift out. And it's very easy to get to the motor. The gas tank's in the back. You open with a key. And these get about 100 miles a gallon. You run them like on premium gas, and it only takes like, you know, under $5 to fill them. See on mine, I only got 145 miles on it right now. I haven't been able to ride it for like the past few weeks because it's been raining here almost every damn day in North Carolina. Today it's 92 degrees and sunny, so I'll probably be riding this to work. Like I said, the motor's a 50cc. I'm using the side kickstand right now, but there's the other kickstand right there, which will lift the rear end off the ground and have, you know, the tire up in the air. But it kind of makes it teeter-totter, which is, I guess it's safe, but, you know, just kind of teeter-totters around. I don't use it that much. The front's pretty, I mean, they're pretty plain. The bodies actually haven't really changed much in the past 5-10 years for these. Just small updates here and there. Like, obviously, like I said on mine, it actually shows miles per hour first instead of kilometers per hour. So I'm actually not sure if it's showing miles or kilometers for the odometer there. That's one thing I haven't been able to get an answer for anyone. As with anything cheap from China, like I said, I had a little bit of troubleshooting when I first got it, because there was a screw back here that was actually screwed in to a wiring loom and causing it to short out on the chassis, which was blowing a fuse. The only fuse I think this thing has, which is right in the battery box, which is at the footwell underneath the floor mat there. It's just like a couple Phillips head screws, and you can take them off. But also not crazy about the This thing is not focusing because of this damn sunlight. The handle grips, really see that? They're actually pretty cheap. Like that's the, obviously your throttle. But I mean, it does the job. I added the mount there for my cell phone, so I can actually have like a GPS app open, and it's more accurate because I've been told that these are up to 5 miles an hour off, being a cable driven speedometer, which actually hooks to the front tire right there. Is that the motor? Well, it's based on the QA6 Honda motor, I believe. Not much is seen there. It's pretty much stock as a rock. The only, you could call it aftermarket thing that I've done to it is add an NGK spark plug and took out the Chinese one. But I mean, that's whatever. And also, of course, change out the oil because the shipping oil that comes in it is very cheap and only meant to like be used for shipping. And the differential oil I also changed. So it has, of course, high and low beam, headlight, turn signals to use them. Click it and it'll flash for that until you hit the center button and cancel it out. Horn is pretty loud. To start it, you just have to hold either the left or right brake and then hit the start button there on the right, and it starts right up. Usually you might have to hold the throttle just a little bit once it's cold. Crap. Falling over my tools here. Got the ignition right there. You can turn to ignition, start it. I have it just on off, but you can also push the key in and turn it even further right, and it'll lock the steering wheel to the left or right, just to kind of deter thieves or whatever from stealing. A nice handy little pocket there, which I might have like sunglasses, or I have the bag for my helmet right there, so if I go in the store or something, I don't have my helmet stolen. Mirrors are a little gaudy on them, but other than that, like I said, this is just going to be a very quick walk through this bike because there's a million other videos on these scooters on YouTube already. My plans for this thing are not really going to do much to it except ride it and do regular maintenance on it. I've read up on like the big bore kits and all that stuff, but I don't really think I want to mess with you know, the reliability of it being factory and stock. If I get like another one for cheap or something, or free, then maybe I'll throw a big bore kit on that and just have it as a toy. But just as a commuter, you know, to go a couple miles to work, this works just perfectly. And I'm not a person who has any kind of like ego or whatever that, oh, you're riding a scooter. I don't give a crap. It's saving me money. Right past the gas station, I'll laugh as you're there filling up. But yeah, so if you have any questions on these TaoTao scooters, feel free to leave a comment. I'll answer what I can. Till then.